How do communities relocate due to rising sea levels? Have you ever wondered how communities manage to move away from their homes because of rising sea levels? This is a pressing issue affecting many people around the world. Rising sea levels are primarily caused by melting ice sheets and the expansion of seawater due to global warming. Millions of individuals living in low-lying coastal areas face the threat of flooding and erosion. By the year 2100, it is estimated that over 13 million people in the United States alone may need to leave their homes permanently. Communities often engage in a process known as managed retreat or planned relocation. This involves the organized movement of people, homes, and infrastructure away from areas at risk. The process is not simple and requires careful planning and community involvement. It addresses various challenges, including social, economic, and environmental factors. Relocation strategies can differ based on local geography and community needs. In some instances, entire communities move together to safer areas. For example, in the Solomon Islands, residents have relocated to designated safe sites with government support. In other cases, individuals may disperse to multiple locations, which can complicate the process. Managed retreat is different from emergency evacuations. It is a long-term strategy that includes identifying properties at risk, negotiating buyouts with homeowners, and providing financial support for moving. Government agencies such as the Federal Emergency Management Agency and the Department of Housing and Urban Development in the United States have begun funding proactive buyouts. However, the funding available is still not enough to meet the growing need. From a social justice perspective, relocation raises important concerns about inequality and homelessness. Vulnerable populations, including low-income and indigenous groups, face greater risks from rising sea levels. They often have fewer resources to facilitate their relocation. For instance, some Native American and Alaska Native communities have received targeted funding to move their homes, but many still lack adequate support. Effective relocation efforts must be led by the community and focus on the rights of those affected. It is essential to ensure that people have a voice in decisions about their future. They should have access to adequate housing in new locations and support to rebuild their livelihoods. Addressing the root causes of vulnerability, such as poverty and lack of affordable housing, is also vital. Communities are relocating due to rising sea levels through managed retreat, which involves planned moves to safer areas. This process must tackle challenges related to funding, social equity, and cultural preservation. Coordinated action from governments, communities, and organizations is necessary to ensure just and sustainable outcomes as climate change forces displacement.